and it feels a little wrong. Feels a little right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Dutchie and welcome to yet another episode of Topics of Taboo. Today's topic revolves around bisexuality, but this time in a different way. I'm going to try my best to explain how to know if you're bisexual or gay. I'm going to be discussing a couple of different terms and yeah, trying my best to help you guys if you're in a situation where you're like, I don't know, a little bit curious, don't really know what's going on, so yeah. Now, if you're watching this video, you might be feeling a little bit confused, a little bit worried, a little bit different. If so, chill, sit back, relax, watch this video. I'm going to try my best to make you guys feel a lot better about what's going on because honestly, it is fine. Now, this video is going to be very broad, just specific feelings that you could be having. Try and like help you figure out if you're bi or not, but it's not going to be like personal or anything. Just letting you guys know I'm also planning on doing a bisexual Q&A in the next couple of days. So if you have any questions for me, any at all, leave them down in the comments below or alternatively slide into my DMs on Instagram. This is my handle and I will answer all of your questions in the coming weeks in a bisexual Q&A video. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So you're probably watching this video for one of three reasons. One, you're a little bit confused and you want to know if you're bi. Two, you're just a loyal subscriber, you love me and you watch my videos. Or three, you're interested in just the whole phenomenon of being bisexual. If you are number one, then sit back and relax. It's all G, I understand. I know figuring out your sexuality can be scary. Trust me, I've been there. But it can also be really exciting. Before I get into the nitty-gritty of this video, I'd just like to say that there is no rush. There is actually no deadline in you figuring out your sexuality. Just go at your own pace, things will figure themselves out. Also, before we get into this video, I'm not trying to preach that labels are something that is necessary because I do not believe that in any sense. I mean, labels are there for a reason and for people who are confident within themselves and want to give themselves a label, the option is there. But then I also believe that you could know wholeheartedly, 100% confidently who you are and still not want to give yourself a label because sexuality is so fluid. I 100% support that too. Labels are not necessary, you don't have to label yourself. I'm just saying that if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Seriously, labels are just a name. Be who you want to be, just do you. Alright, now let's get into the video. Goodness me. So, how do you know if you're bi or gay? Alright, let's just say you've been feeling some things, feeling some feels for a close friend of the same sex. And it feels a little wrong, feels a little right. It's cool, I get it, I've been there. But I also understand sometimes it is really difficult to distinguish between friend feelings and a crush. So I guess that's really the first step, and this one can be a really hard one and it can take some time, but once again, as I mentioned previously, there is no deadline for this one. But the first step is definitely figuring out whether this thing you have for a friend is purely just your love for a friend or something a little bit more. Another reason to be questioning your sexuality may be that you haven't been feeling sort of any feelings for the opposite sex, and this is a perfectly valid reason to be questioning your sexuality and thinking you might be bi or you might be gay. But this also doesn't mean that at all. It might just mean that you haven't found the right one yet, or you just haven't got to a level yet where you feel the need or where you feel attracted to anyone else. Also, you might not be feeling any romantic or sexual feelings that you feel like you should be feeling. And if this is the case, you may be asexual, and that is totally cool. I'll leave a link in the bio for you guys because I'm not all that educated on being asexual. However, I do know someone who is very educated on the topic, and I have left the link to that video below so you guys can go check that out if you'd like some information on that one. And finally, maybe you are attracted to the opposite sex, but you're a little bit curious about the same sex, if you know what I mean. About kissing them, holding their hands, and a little more, if you know what I mean. So basically what I want you guys to get out from this video is if you are experiencing any of the things that I've just mentioned or a variety of different things that you might be questioning your sexuality for, don't dismiss the fact that you might be bisexual. Bisexuality is a thing, it is real, it is me. Don't listen to those people that say you need to pick a side. You either like males or females, you can't like both. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Obviously, it's your feelings that you're feeling, and I'm feeling them and I understand. Quite frankly, you can do whatever the fuck you want and it's not going to affect them. You can be a little bisexual or a lot bisexual, a little gay or a lot gay. As long as you're doing you, it's all good. Also, and what I mean by you can be a little bi or a lot bi is the fact that sexuality is on such a large spectrum. So honestly, and that's the thing with labels, they exist for people who are 100% confident within themselves and they know who they are and they want to give themselves a label, but then there are also people that are the same and don't want to give themselves a label. It is completely subjective. It is up to you. Yeah, if you're experiencing any of those things, a little bit, you know, wondering, then you might be bi. If you have any questions or you want to talk to someone, you can always come and talk to me. You can message me through Twitter or Instagram. I'll put all my social media up right now. Go follow me because I am going to be doing a giveaway shortly and you don't want to miss out on that one. Like this video if you found it informative, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Wednesdays are vlogs, Mondays and Fridays are topics of taboo, and I will see you on Wednesday in my next vlog. Bye.